What is your present status in your party?
Well, I'm the second man of the party right now. I'm a senior leader of the party, and that's why I'm I'm still in the party.
So last time your dismissal was there from the post of the Defense Ministry, and you resigned it first, I think.
No, I didn't resign.
You didn't resign. That was dismissal only.
Actually, yes. I think on the recommendation of my party president, I was dismissed from the cabinet. Though I stood on my opinion, and that was entirely for the national integrity and national unity. So that's why I just realized that was the truth. So I didn't resign.
So how fair that was to speak about a separate state comprising of 22 districts as a separate state? Was that fair to speak from the post of Defense Minister?
Actually, that's not true. I never spoke about the separate state. I never spoke anything against the national integrity or sovereignty of the country. I'm a very nationalist, and I believe that after the second, the mass movement, the country is striving for a new, new Nepal. That new Nepal should be comprised of everybody in this country. So any kind of discrimination should be eliminated. There shouldn't be any kind of discrimination on the basis of ethnicity or discrimination on the basis of geography or gender or any kind of discrimination. So that's why I'm saying without discrimination, you have to integrate all the people together. So I was talking about the integration of the people of this country on a sentimental value of the national unity, value of the self-pride of the people, So that's why that's nothing against the principle of integrity. And I always stand for the national unity and national integrity. We love this country. Nepal should be one unified country, but the unification should be based on, equal values of the citizen, equal values of the people of this country. So as a defense minister, what I say that because we witnessed the armed conflict in the country in the past time. The peoples were even labeled as them terrorists, and there was a military operation against them, but that didn't come to a conclusion. So it all came to a solution, and it's coming towards a solution through a dialogue. So that's why any kind of dispute should be resolved by the dialogue and by the getting people together. So that's the sentiment of every Nepalese here.
So nowadays we have find you attending campaign in the name of Madesh Jagran Abhiyan, and you are attending those campaign. Being from the other community, you are speaking about Madhesi people. How hard do you find that to speak in favor of Madhesi people being from the another community?
I think I am a politician. I'm in politics. I am in the politics for certain, ideology and some kind of, conviction. So, and belief. So on my conviction, the belief, what I believe that, because if you cannot get rid of the discrimination, any kind of discrimination, you cannot make the country go together. And that's why I'm saying it doesn't matter what community I belong to, what caste I belong to. The problem is that I always speak for the people who really are deprived of the opportunity. That's why it's not only Madhes. I talk about the people who have been marginalized, who have been excluded. And because we are trying to make this country with this constitution, inclusive constitution, inclusive country, that's why I'm saying this is my conviction and this is my belief. That's why I talk about the people who are in the discrimination. So Madhesi people are in the discrimination. That's why I'm talking about the Madhesi peoples. I talk about the Dalit, I talk about the Mahila, I talk about all the Muslim and minority peoples, because all those peoples should be included in the mainstream of the country.
Are you getting adequate support?
I am, because this is the true. This is the real problem of this country. Actually, this movement, I'm saying the third movement, it is entirely for the inclusiveness, and that's what we are doing in the constitution.
So lastly, I'd like to ask you about the Supreme Court verdict, what came yesterday, that inclusion of in bulk in 3,000 military persons from the Madhesi community that was denied by the Supreme Court. What do you have to say about that verdict?
It's very unfortunate, It's very unfortunate. Basically, what I see is that, this is the attitude we are fighting against, because and this kind of, mindset, the mindset we normally call it Pahari Brahminism mindset, Pahari Baunvadi mindset, and it has got influence in every part of the country. That's why I'm saying, how can you say that, citizens of this country are not nationalists? And unfortunately, I must say that, this time, the government, as far as the government is concerned, the government took the decision of inclusion of the Madhesi youths in the army. That's not fair enough, because all the statement made by the Minister of Defense Ministry, that's inclusive. That's just a normal recruitment of the Nepal army. But this is something special what Madhesi people are looking, So the government is not sincere. And now, unfortunately, the court is not sincere. This kind of mindset is a big problem. This is the main problem, that is not trying to get the whole country together. This is against the inclusiveness.
So what will be your further step regarding this issue?
I will tell these things, we're talking about the Madhes Jagaran. This is nothing new, The state, during the Madhes movement, during all other movements, who felt themselves to be excluded of the opportunities, So all these movements have been, the state, the government, the then government, the state, The state had accepted all the demands, and now we are in the process of institutionalizing those things, implementation of those kind of, understanding and agreement between the state and the movement, So that's why we're just trying to aware the people that this is the right time. We should be very aware and careful that none of these issues should be avoided, none of these issues should be excluded, and the commitment made by the state should be fulfilled, and the people of this country should feel that they are a part of the country.
So lastly, again, I'm going to say that last question, I'd like to conclude our conversation with the issue that the inter-party rift is seen in all major three parties, in Maoist, in Nepali Congress, in UML, and in your party also. You're heading a faction in your party. Is your party also going to split?
I don't see any split in my party. Basically, there's the differences in opinion. I'm saying, we believe in collectiveness, collective leadership. We believe in, democratically, the party should run democratically. And what we see that, even in all the parties, there is a kind of, an intention of dictatorial, culture of, running the party. And obviously, in democracy, in democratic party, this kind of culture doesn't work. That's why we're just fighting for a collective leadership. The party should take any decision on a collective basis, and the function should be on the institutional basis. There should be a committee, pattern of the decision all. So that is not, especially if you see in my party, so many decisions have been taken by the party leader, party president, but none of that has been endorsed by the party committees, So that's why we just putting a pressure that the party should function on a democratic basis, on an inclusive basis, on a collective leadership.
So you will remain in your party itself and fighting inside it.
The cause, what I'm talking about, what I'm fighting about is nothing to do with my party, internal matters, whatever it is. This is the greater cause we are talking about. We are talking about the greater cause about the inclusion of Madhesi peoples, inclusion of all the people who are excluded, and that's why I'm saying because we are in a process of making the constitution, and that constitution should be the constitution of everyone in this country. So there should be end of any kind of discrimination. So the people, this is the right time that people should be aware not to have continuity of any kind of discrimination. So this is something larger stake, and there was a larger cause. That's why these are the petty things you talk about the parties and all. So I don't care about what my party says or not.
Thank you for your time for this conversation.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Wish you all the best for your campaign.
Thank you. Thank you very much.